Hello, and welcome to another video from Office Karate. My name is Sensei, and I want to teach you about something that's inspired me to do martial arts. And here we have the Power Rangers. Power Rangers has inspired me to do martial arts and has taught me about discipline, confidence, and teamwork. And from here, I present to you Power Rangers Amazon Pride, a team with a theme of Amazon animals, gemstones, and elements. I picked this idea because I thought it would be really cool. Some of my friends are even comparing it to Avatar The Last Airbender. I also heard that the Amazon rainforest was being deforested, so I decided to make this as an honor. The whole plot is about 5 teenagers with attitude fighting against an evil alien cult who want to harvest the energy of the Amazon rainforest so their leader can reach their full potential. It would have like 2 seasons, the first one being set in Rio de Janeiro, the second being set in Sao Paulo, which I initially thought was the capital of Brazil. So here you can see this is Power Rangers Amazon Pride. They're known as the Amazon Rangers. You can see here, from left to right, you have yellow tamarin, blue dolphin, red jaguar, pink macaw, and green anteater. And here's the Core 5 team in their unmorphed states. You can probably see their names at the bottom, as well as their Amazon jewels at the top, which they insert into their Amazon morphers with a morphing sequence. I'll get to that later. Also, here's the team's 6th Ranger. He's known as the Trinity Ranger. He's composed of a black caiman, gold maned wolf, and a silver harpy eagle. His main form is the caiman, but he can also switch into his alternate forms. His main wolf form focuses on the sun. His harpy eagle form focuses on the moon, and his base caiman form focuses on shadows, the absence of light. And here he is in an unmorphed state. I'll talk later about that in a second. And that's his Amazon jewel. It's a star because it's meant to represent the stars up in space. Now let's get on to the Rangers, starting off with the Red Ranger, Mateo Silva. He wields the power of the Red Jaguar, and he's a transfer student in a high school in Rio. He grew up within the slums until his parents were able to land well-paying jobs. He's been training in mixed martial arts since he was a child, and he looks up to UFC fighter Alex Pereira. For the inspiration of this character, I took inspiration from Red Rangers such as Casey Rhodes from Jungle Fury, and Leo Corbett from Lost Galaxy, and of course Jason Lee Scott from the original Mighty Morphin, as those are some of my favorites. I'm a big fan of Red Rangers in particular, and my favorite color is red. This guy fights using an aggressive MMA fighting style, which focuses on power striking. He is often reckless and rushes into battle with a plan, before his teammates are even able to warm him. However, later within this season, he will learn leadership and responsibility, while also gaining intelligence. This is him in his morph state. His weapon is a Jaguar sword, a sword that's able to unleash fiery slashes. His finishing move is Jaguar Bite, where he ignites his Jaguar sword and charges forward like a flaming jaguar. His element is fire, and his gemstone is ruby. What do you think of the suit? Let me know in the comments. Next up is the team's Blue Ranger, Maria Costa. He's the team's brains and strategist, the second in command, just after Mateo. The both of them have like a sort of sibling rivalry. Mateo acting like an annoying younger brother, while Maria acting like a strict older sister. The two of them often clash, like brains and brawns. Maria focuses on strategy, Mateo focuses on striking hard. Maria is a college student in Rio, working as a teaching assistant to pay for her tuition. She often struggles with the stress, and also the stress of losing her younger brother during an accident out at sea. She's more precise in her striking than Mateo. And when Mateo messes up, she often berates him in rapid Portuguese, often starting arguments between the two, which the other rangers will have to try and stop. Here is a ranger suit. Her weapon is the dolphin bow. Of course, she's based on the Pink River dolphin, despite being a blue ranger. Her element is water, and her gemstone is sapphire. The contrast to Mateo's ruby. Although they kind of make these guys to be opposites, with their colors, fighting styles, and personalities. Her signature move is River Knock, which you can see here. She use pressurized water from her bow in the shape of a dolphin. And you can see these bits here are meant to be like blades for melee combat. Next up, we have the Yellow Ranger, Carlos Buenos. He's Mateo's best friend at school, often helping him throughout his training as a ranger. He loves capoeira and dancing, and is the fastest in the team. I took a lot of inspiration from Zach Taylor from Mighty Morphin. His hip hop kiddo translates really well here. I know how much people in Brazil love capoeira. Also to note, his favorite music artist is MC Cavino, who I also love, and his favorite song is Olha Explosa, which translates to Watch the Explosion. This is his ranger suit. His weapon is the Tamarind Chucks, a pair of nunchucks that can unleash lightning fast strikes. And he does that in his finishing move, Lightning Rebounds, where he essentially spins rapidly with these chucks. He uses fast spinning kicks to overwhelm his opponents, just like a capoeira fighter. And now I have the team's Green Ranger, Roman Polo. He attends the same college as Maria, also working as a teaching assistant. While Maria wants to be a marine biologist, he wants to be a forest ranger. Both of them, both of them participating to protect the environment. He he is the oldest among the team, just a few months older than Maria. He has traveled to several countries in South America during his adolescence and his childhood, such as Colombia, Venezuela, and Argentina. He fights using a BJJ style, which is more defensive than the other rangers. He focuses on grappling and sweeps rather than powerful striking. He often ends up teaching Mateo and his friends about the environment, about the forest. While Mateo, Maria, and Carlos will be the starting three, this guy will join later, as this has been done a few times within the Power Rangers series. So this is his ranger suits, and his weapon here is the Anteater Claws, a pair of claws similar to an anteater's that can be used to slice through trees and dig underground. As I found out, anteaters have claws strong enough to tear through human femurs. I made his suits a bit bulkier than the others because of his role in the team. He's more defensive. And his signature move here is digging mounds, which is of course a reference to actual anteaters. He unleashes several slashes before crushing the opponent. And here's his grappling prowess. Finishing off the core 5, we have Felicia Perez. She's the team's Pink Ranger and healer. She's often in charge of medical roles. She starts out as a simple ally, healing the team when they're injured, but ends up saving them from a monster and becoming their team's Pink Ranger and Fifth Ranger. She's a big fan of anime, especially One Piece, and her favorite character is Tony Chopper, which inspired this role. She's based on the Scarlet Macaw and has the ability to fly using small wings on the back of her ranger suit. She ends up having a crush on Mateo, and I'm actually planning on making them a couple later. Their relationship's gonna grow similar to like already existing Ranger couples like Jen Scott and Wesley Collins, or Tyler Navarro and Shelby Watkins. So here's her Ranger suit, and here's her flying with the wings on her back. Her weapon's the Macaw fan, a razor sharp folding fan that can unleash gusts of wind, like a finishing move, Avian Vortex. And now for our sixth Ranger, being the Trinity Ranger. His name is Trindade Salvador. I actually found out this word, Trindade, is actually Portuguese for Trinity, while Salvador is Portuguese for Savior. He's gonna start out as an evil ranger being controlled by the villains. but will later redeem himself and join the Rangers. He's some sort of edgy anti-hero kind of guy, similar to Tommy Oliver and Trent Fernandez Moser when they started out. He's gonna be like a dark mirror towards Mateo, kind of like the shadow to Mateo's Sonic. I've seen this trope been done a lot in Power Rangers, and I want it to be done again. The evil Six Ranger turned good. So Trinitate's backstory involves him dropping out of high school after his parents died. He ends up fighting underground in an MMA ring, and ends up being found by the villains. They give him his Trinity Morpher, which corrupts him, and they send him to defeat the Rangers. This is his Ranger suit and weapon, the Trinity Gun Rod, which acts like a baton and a gun at once. I can finish a move here, but it's gonna be called Trinity Strike, where he unleashes a swirling beam of shadow, solar, and lunar energy. He has the ability to change between three forms, as I mentioned earlier, being the Black Caiman, Gold Mane Wolf, and Silver Harpy Eagle. That's why I named him the Trinity Ranger. Also, this is less important. I decided to name some equipment I made here, like the Amazon Morpher for each Ranger, like to morph, communicate, teleport, and summon Zords. We even have a dual slot here. This is where they slot their wrist. This is Trindade's Trinity Morpher with a dual slot there. These are the sidearm weapons, the Amazon Blade Blasters, which are only used by the Core 5. And this is the Amazon Cannon, which is where they fuse all 5 of their weapons. The finishing move for this weapon is known as Amazon Purge, where they shoot a beam of rainbow-colored light. And finally, I want to do something special for a Red Ranger. I decided to give him a battleizer. I call this Jaguar King mode. Like, midway through Season 2, Mateo will be forced to fight a Crystal Jaguar underneath to receive the King Amazon Jewel. With this, he essentially takes on the form of an Amazon Tribes warrior. He gains diamond brass knuckles, diamond shin pads, a diamond chest plate, and a cape on his back, which from the left to right will display these colors: yellow, blue, black, red, pink, and green, to reference his entire team. His finishing move here is King Strike, where he unleashes multiple rapid punches before finishing with a big one. And that's all I have for Power Rangers Amazon Pride in this video. I'm going to design everything in future episodes. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, smashing the subscribe button, leaving a comment, sharing it with others, and turning on the notification bell for future content. And I'll see you in the next one. Sayonara. Bye.